The signs. Now let's talk about the signs that your ex does want you back but is hiding it. So please note, these examples are legit because I will be sharing them based on my experience, how I will try to hide if I want my ex back, as well as how I would spot that this lady, she wants me back but she's trying to hide it, and later find out that I was right. So they won't be in any particular order. If they apply to any specific gender, women or men, I will specify. So all in all, this is general, okay? We're given. So but first of all, if you want to spot if your ex still wants you but is hiding it, the obvious one, maybe not too obvious, but when they react to things out of the blue. Let's just take, you broke up, you stopped talking, you went silent for a period of time where you could just tell that it is obvious that you guys are not talking anymore, but you're still together on social media. Or maybe even if you deleted each other, they unblocked you. But if they come a point where they begin to react to your stories again, to your posts again, that is a sign that you should look out, that something is fishy. There is a message they're trying to send. Yes, it could be that maybe they're trying to show that no hard feelings. That is possible, but that is the beginning where you can see that there is something that they're trying to communicate. Okay? But then they will be reacting, but they won't inbox you. That can indicate maybe they want you, but they don't want it to be obvious. That's another sign. Okay, that's the first sign. Then secondly, if you realize that when you're talking to them, they ask about your love life. Maybe let's just take, you guys are talking, you're acting like it's cool, we're friends now. That's the pretense that most people try to do. But the bottom line is this: in the process of you guys interacting like friends, they begin to ask some way, somehow, on whether you are seeing someone. They will quickly run into, yeah, I'm just asking, not because I want you. Or if they don't say it straight, like you find out it's something like, how can I put it? They just put it in a way that, don't be too suspicious, I'm just asking you. Then that should be a good indicator that something is brewing here. They realize that whatever they asked is exposing how they feel, but they don't want to make it obvious. Then now, the third one is this. When out of the blue, or maybe you're talking, I think this is similar to the second one, okay? You find it that all of a sudden, when you post someone on social media, when you talk about someone on social media, like a lady or a man, they are curious, or they show some sort of anger or jealousy, but they might not make it too obvious. That can just also be indicating to you how they're feeling, but they act as if they don't care. They want you, but hiding it. Then fourthly is this. Also, it's still a bit similar to second and third, okay? You realize that maybe, in fact, this was more obvious to me when I got married. I saw that the exes would react. Some, they would congratulate me, acting like they don't mind. But then the more I will begin to post my picture with my wife, some I will suddenly begin to realize I've been unfriended. They can no longer stand it. So on its own, that jealousy, it does indicate how someone feels about you. Meaning they were acting like, oh, congratulations, nice, I'm happy for you, I don't want you again. But the fact that they could not withstand the fact that now I am happy with someone else, they had to unfriend me. They had to stop seeing my thing to show that you are jealous and you're still interested. So this can even happen even if you're not married. The fact that your ex acted like they don't want you back, but now when they see you found somebody else and you seem to be happy, they suddenly block you, they suddenly get angry at you, they suddenly stop ignoring you. That is an indicator that they were interested but were trying to hide it. Now the fifth one is this. Please beware and watch more closer to this. They might suddenly want to stick closer to you, okay? They might suddenly act like maybe they are not that interested, but they will come up with meeting up as friends. In fact, Another way you can look at this around this sign is that they will try to always want to remind you that we are friends, but still they don't want to leave you alone. And that is why, if you know your game well, that is when you know your game well, you realize next thing you make a move in the most appropriate manner, they fall for it. Next thing you are kissing with your ex, next thing you are doing the things you used to do. But then again, you realize they don't want you guys to be officially back together as lovers, but then you become some sort of friends with benefits. So those are the things to look out for. They will want to still stick with you, but they act like, hey, we are friends, right? But still, you can realize they can't help it. They still want you to. So if you have good game, you can be able to even turn your ex into a friend with benefit if you don't altogether get back together. Because they can get to a point where when they realize the benefits are no longer as good as they used to when you were lovers, as friends with benefits, they will realize it's not working well better. That's when they will finally and officially ask you back that, you know what, let's get back together. So that is another way to tell that your ex still wants you but is trying to hide it. Then the sixth one, check this out. They probably could have found somebody new, but if they're still interested, they are not over you, they see that the new person does not compare, they may try to show it to your face so that you can be convinced that they are happy. But you can just tell that the posts, the way they say things, is a bit exaggerated just to show off to you. That is why some, after they are broken up, they will just give in and come back to you. And some ladies, they are even capable, for example, to confess. Guys, we don't even have to mention it. We know how brave guys can be. They can just tell you that, you know what, it was all a lie. You know what, I realized I can't live without you. So those were the signs that you can look out for in order to tell or to check if your ex still loves you but is trying to hide it. Or maybe let me hit you with a bonus, okay? Another one you can look out for is that they will either keep you as a friend after you have broken up. Some you might find initially you blocked each other. In fact, this one, I think it makes it much easier. If they blocked you and you spent like a month or so, or a period of time not talking, you are blocked, you're no longer communicating, but all of a sudden they unfriend you, all of a sudden now they add you, all of a sudden now they are stalking you, that is an indicator that something somewhere somehow is making them to reconsider. Yes, it could be depending on whatever you do, if you get back together or you talk again, but those things where you start to see now they're following your stories, now they have added you, that is an indicator. But if that they haven't told you they want you back or stuff like that, but that is an indicator that some feelings are brewing. I hope this was helpful, and I will see you next time. Take care.